Pete Rose is in the house, I understand.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rock Newman. Happy birthday to you.
Pete Rose got skills. Pete Rose got skills. Thank you, Pete. Thank you so much, man. I happen to have on the line right now that has more hits than anyone that ever played the game of professional baseball. You know, there's only one number one in every category. And this gentleman is number one with more hits than anyone that ever played the game of professional baseball. It's a real treat and an honor for me to be able to talk to you and introduce you to our guest here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan region. Pete Rose, welcome aboard.
Rock, it's always a pleasure to hear your voice.
Something happened that, as a baseball fan, and as a fan of your incredible, on the field talent between the lines, I'm frankly upset about, and that is this Topps controversy, where the Topps card people have all of a sudden deemed it their moral authority, or what the hell ever it is, that they're going to delete your record or some kind of way diminish your on-the-field exploits.
Yeah, I didn't really understand it either, but I guess what you're saying is just go ahead and take everything away I did. I mean, I didn't get those hits, or I didn't hit them at doubles or score those runs or win all those games or make all those outs. Someone else must have did that, but I don't know if that was Topps or it was baseball or it was both, but it seems like they're being suspended 24 years. Now you decide to do a card with, different guys' names on the back based on their records. What are they doing for the home run record? Are they putting Barry Bonds at the top of the card for a home run record?
Right.
They are? Is that true? There's a lot of people that think I should never get a second chance, and that's fine, because I screwed up, Rock. I did the bad thing. But there's other people to say enough is enough, and I've been suspended 24 years, and I'm a good citizen now, and I'm a big baseball fan. I sign autographs 20 days a month, 4.5 hours a day, Rock, and all I do is talk positive about the game of baseball. Right. And as you know from being on the radio, all sports are kind of easy to get on today. There's a lot of stuff going on that didn't go on when we were young playing the game, and it's very easy to attack these different sports today because of the things that are happening. But I'm not like that. I love the game. I love basketball. I love football. I love boxing. I love all sports, and I'm just not a negative type person.
Is there one particular at-bat that you had that just stands out above all the rest?
Well, I had 14,000 of them. But I think the one that probably meant the most at the time was the at-bat I had in the 1980 playoffs against Houston with the Phillies. And we needed to get a base runner, and I had a real tough at-bat and eked out a walk against Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Because he was really a competitive guy, and as you know, I was a very competitive guy, and I actually got a walk on him, and then we went on to win that game by 1 run. We needed to get a base runner because it was the 8th or 9th inning. But then there again, Rock, every player remembers his first at-bat.
Yeah.
My first at-bat, I was so nervous. I walked on 4 straight pitches against Pittsburgh's Earl Francis in Crosby Field in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Or I remember the Game 7 of the World Series in '75 when we're down a run and I got a base hit off of Roger Moret to tie the game, and then Joe Morgan got a little base hit the next guy to go ahead and win that World Series. So. There's a lot of at-bats that you remember. I remember my last at-bat. It was off of Minton from San Francisco. And that was interesting at-bat, Rock, because that hit gave me 5 for 5, which broke Ty Cobb's record of 9 5-for-5 games. And the last game I started, I got 5 hits and broke 14 records.
Man, oh man, oh man! Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, I bet the world was surprised to hear you say that one of your favorite, perhaps your favorite at bat, was when you got a walk. Now, it takes some baseball nuance and understanding to understand why that could be so important, and also an appreciation for that monster that you were facing named Nolan Ryan.
Yeah. Well, it was a circumstance, Rock. I mean, it was a circumstance, and you're trying to win, and you got to remember, when we won the World Series in 1980 for the Philadelphia people, they had waited 86 years. That's a long ass time. I mean, Rock, there was a lady. This is a true story. There was a lady there today from Iowa. She had her 115th birthday. God bless her, and she was in the 6th grade when the Cubs won the World Series.
Wow.
Now, here's a lady that lived 3 centuries. It was in the 6th grade the last time the Cubs won the World Series. So you're talking about a drought.
Yeah.
That is a drought.
Oh, my God. There's one rally that happened in your professional career. Is there a rally, you're behind and it's impossible, but you kind of come back and,
Yeah, well, we had a couple rallies when we played in Chicago. Because they got 9 in the first. They got 9 runs in the first.
Yeah.
And we got 9 in the first, and they got 10. And we ended up winning the game 23-22.
Who was pitching for both teams? That 115-year-old lady?
I don't know if she was at the game.
Hey, let me, Pete, other than yourself, who was the best all-around player that you played the game against?
Well, I'm not even in these guys' category, Rock. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 names that I played against most of my career. Mays, what a player he was.
Yeah.
Aaron, what a player he was. Musial, who we just lost 3 weeks ago, what a player he was. Clemente, what a player he was.
Roberto Clemente, yes.
Take your pick. Now, if you're going to ask me who was the greatest baseball player that I ever played with, I'm going to tell you Mike Schmidt, okay? But in my eyes, the greatest baseball player ever to play, and I just named you 5 really good ones, was Babe Ruth. Because Babe Ruth did something that I don't think anybody else could do, Rock. Babe Ruth saved the game with his presence in this town or that town.
Yeah.
Because every time he'd come to town, they'd sell out and enable those teams to grow. Rock, 100 years from now, people aren't going to remember Rock Newman or Pete Rose, but they're going to know about Babe Ruth.
The Bambino. Let me ask you this. As you are remembered, as we wrap this up, Pete, you are, how does Pete Rose want to be remembered from having played the game and lived in this life?
It's a good question. I would like to remember, and I have this record, okay? And the record is I played in 1,972 winning games. That makes me the biggest winner in the history of sports. Because, you've been in the corner many times. You've been in the baseball field. Why do you play the game? Why do you box the match? To win. And I would just like people to say, here lies the biggest winner in the history of sports, because that's all I played for, was to win.
Pete, you gracing us and coming on here today, man, it helps us to be a winner. And in my book, I would certainly be one of the first ones to say that any of us without sin cast the first stone, any of us that's got a halo, you better remove it because it'll fall around your neck. We're all imperfect. You obviously have talked about, what your transgressions have been, but you've maintained your manhood and your dignity. I have an awful lot of respect for that, Pete, and I really appreciate you coming on with us. I just, again, want to so much thank Pete Rose. I talked about Pete Rose being number 1 in his category, and, we don't get to do radio unless we have advertisers and sponsors. And I'm going to talk about a company right now that is number 1 in its category, and that's auto sales. And that's Pohanka. That's Pohanka. I want to specifically talk first about Pohanka Lexus. They are the number 1 new car volume Lexus dealership in the Eastern area and one of the top volume new and pre-owned Lexus dealerships in the United States. I want to say to you, if you have an interest in getting a new car, if you want a Lexus, a Lexus car, a Lexus automobile is the smart person's car to drive. Now, I'm not saying it just because I'm driving a Lexus and it's sitting right out front. I'm just saying if you, instead of going and spending that BMW money or that Mercedes money, you'll get a lot more bang for your buck with a Lexus at Pohanka Lexus in Chantilly. Contact General Manager Gary Whipke or Sales Manager Scott Brewer at 703-968-9100. These are people that I know extraordinarily well, and I give them 100% my endorsement.